Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grand Prix before the Grand Prix. We are racing at Interlagos in Brazil this evening and ready for an action-packed race indeed. Population of Sao Paulo is 12.33 million. Elevation is 760 meters. Interesting fact, the track was actually meant to be a housing development back in 1926, but due to the stock market crash in 1929, it was then decided to be a racing circuit instead. 2 DRS zone circuit with 2 zones, one on the start-finish straight, one on the back straight after the center S's. Circuit length is 2.6 miles or 4.3 kilometers, and it was established in the 1940s. Capacity of 60,000, can hold a lot of spectators, as we see from the view above from our drone camera. Beautiful looking circuit. But we have an action-packed race ahead of us, so go grab a beer, grab a coffee, and enjoy the racing. Welcome, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to Sim Experience South Africa. My name is Monet Deploy, and I'm joined this evening by Dennis Mitchell. Dennis, if you want to say hello.
Good evening, everyone.
First off, welcome again, and we are racing tonight at Interlagos in Brazil, Sao Paulo to be exact. And we do have quite a few drivers on track at the moment. In total, 13 so far. We should hopefully get a few more on the track shortly. But yeah, beautiful looking track, nice conditions. We do have a very close leaderboard. Let me try and get that leaderboard up for you guys now. As you can see, Marius Kuman, Kune Briet, they're both tied on 90 points each. We have Raymond Duggan with 71 points in third. And then following closely behind him is Gideon Jonkers with 70 points. And then quite a few points back is Gerard Pretorius with 56. And then 44 is Jason Macbeth, Rob van der Hepper with 32, Pat Neyman with 29, Jude Stewart also with 29, Joshua van Rensburg sitting on 28 points, and then we move over from our 11th place to 20th. Philip Menard sitting 11th with 27 points, Dirk Brunt 26, Pacebutt Atin Nachel with 22, Alistair 16, Peter van Rensburg also, I think there was 18, and then John Stewart 18, Sean Olivier 6, Willem Steyn 4th, and then Casey Smith with 3, and then Michelle Patrizzi with 0 points all the way at the back. So that is our leaderboard, so very tight contention up at the top, so it should be a really interesting battle between the top 2 guys there, Dennis.
Yes, times are certainly very close, and now we've got a new contender that's going to mix it up with Mika Abrams, so hopefully he's not going to affect the championship battle too negatively.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the new guys, race with the regulars. I know Marius Skuman, for one, as you should, doesn't take this as a game in a sense, it is a simulation. So hopefully everyone will keep it clean and we'll have a good race. I see the times on the board are looking really close as well. The top 6 in the 109s. It's looking really good.
Yeah, top 6 covered by just over half a second.
Yeah. So again, we're trying some new timing software and all that, some new graphics, that sort of thing. So if you guys do like it and think it looks cool, just let us know in the YouTube comments. And also if there are any problems as well, any issues, I will try and keep track of that as the night progresses. So Marius has just started, he's just about to start a flying lap right now. So let's see if we can go on board with him and just have a look at this lap of Interlagos. Looks like you might have some traffic up ahead. track limits on that corner right there are very tight. Just going over that white line will elevate your lap. Slight little lock up there. Good. It's nice to see drivers just moving out the way there, just so that you can get a nice clean run, the start finish. And he pulls into the pits. So that's a little bit of a shame. We're trying to see a full lap there, but that's alright. Everyone got adjusted, but I see Cornet just actually pulled at 108. First guy into the 108s, 108.965. So that's blisteringly fast.
I've been wondering when he's going to show his hand, because he hasn't for, well, the whole week of practice actually.
Yeah, I mean, he's slowing down. He just did that lap now, and he's basically just parked on track there now, so he's probably going to, skip to the pits and go again. I think these guys are running maybe about, I don't know, 4 liters of fuel or something like that, 4 or 5 liters of fuel just to get those two laps in. So you're going to see a lot of guys just completing their flying lap and then jumping back to the pits and then going out again.
Oh, now they've all got a marker to aim for. Let's see what they can achieve. So that also means that now the top 7 are in the 109s. Well, first driver being in the 108.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, I think it's from about P8 to maybe P8 and P9. I mean, Willem Stein is also not slow. He has been known to show his skill when asked for, but maybe he just hasn't had that much practice this week, but he is busy going out now onto the track. We'll keep an eye on his times if he can keep shave off about a second or two just to get into the top 8 over there.
Also, with the load shedding happening as much as it has been lately, the practice server hasn't been up, so some of the guys haven't had time to put in the extra laps, so they'll probably be getting up to speed as the session progresses.
Yes, definitely.
Also, as the track grips up, they'll have to learn the different lines and see what's working and what's not in a very short space of time.
Yeah. So having a look at the YouTube comments over here, we see Sharon Skuman saying good evening to everyone and wishing her husband Marius Skuman good luck, hubby. And to the whole Sim Race Extreme team. And we also have yourself, I believe Dennis, Hacks the Computer Services. Also saying have a good race, everyone. And then I'm sure we'll get a few more guys commenting on YouTube over there. Just another reminder, please just let us know if any issues arise with the audio. We want to try and keep the stream as enjoyable as possible, so that'll be good for you to let us know. 10 minutes left of qualifying. Tornado's still the only guy in the 108s, just in the 108s.
And we have Joshua van Rensburg now in P3.
Let's go on board on his camera. Yep, there it is, P3. I think he was, I'm not sure where he was before, but I think he definitely jumped up a few positions there.
I think he was 6th or so, because I think Mika was 3rd, and I think Raymond was behind him.
Okay, so he's about to start a flying lap. Let me see if I can get the right camera. There we go. Oh, unfortunately, he's just caught up on the inside curve over there, and the wheels just didn't want to stop spinning, so he's probably going to have to just abort that lap.
Yeah, at the
track actually
moment, no
has some-
one's lighting up the timing screens.
No. I mean, everyone's, I think race pace, I'm pretty sure is going to be in the 110, 111 mark. The first few laps. But yeah, everyone's staying in the roundabout. The 109 seems to be the average, 109, 110 right now. But no one else going faster than Corne Briot with a 108.9.
Also, just want to say welcome to our new driver, Robert Majors. I believe this is his first race with us, as well as it is for Mika Abrams as well.
Yeah, I think Robert Majors is from, I'm not exactly where in the US, but I know it's on the East Coast or on the East. He's in the Eastern time, he uses Eastern time, so it's around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon for him. So I think it'll probably suit him. Funny enough, he'd probably be more comfortable racing because us here in South Africa, we're sitting in darkness, but in the game, in the sim, we're actually racing during the day. So some guys that has a little bit of an effect for, but I think he'll feel most comfortable, seeing as though he is racing in the day where he is in the US.
Just also to jump in there, Gerard Pretorius has just set the fastest first sector as well of a 16.987. So I don't know if he's on a good lap. I think he's in the middle sector, but he seems to be taking a bit long to do it, so maybe he's gone off.
Yeah, I see. I think he might have just jumped to the pits.
In fact, I think he's just disconnected.
Yeah, because I actually can't get to his camera right now.
Yeah, himself and Corne have disconnected.
Well, I hope they'll be able to get back in before the race actually starts. Well, Corne, I see, is still on track, or on my side at least he is. He's just stopped on the track now. And he's jumped back to the pits. But Pretorius, I think, may have... I've actually gotten rid of the disconnection messages at the top of my screen, so I can't exactly see who's disconnected and who hasn't, but I know Corne is still in the session.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the live timings, and in-game I can see he's lit up, but on the live timings it's showing that he's no longer in the server, which is quite odd.
Yeah. That is definitely a little bit of a brain twister, that one. Six minutes left, so I would say maybe 3 more attempts from each driver, at least. Yonkers is still sitting all the way down in 13th, and I know he's definitely got some pace on him.
Yeah, that's definitely not a representative time of a 1 minute 56. He's not usually 43 seconds off the pace.
Definitely not. Maybe it's like me, wants to leave it to the last minutes and then just give it a one-shot qualifying run, and then, makes it a little bit more interesting for him, I guess, during the race.
He is on an outlap. He's done a 2 minute odd first sector and he's just passed this middle timing sector, so I presume he's going to do a flying lap in about a minute and a bit.
Yeah, I think he's about to start his flying lap right now.
As is Ati Nachel as well. He's also on his outlap.
Alright, we'll keep an eye on those two then. See, Pretorius, no, he's still not been able to get back in. So still no one bettering Corne's time. Actually, the top six guys still have yet to better their personal bests, I believe. But it's good to see our newcomer, Mika Abrams, sitting in 4th position.
Yeah, that's a very impressive first showing.
Definitely.
But what's he going to be like in the race? Will he be consistent, or is that just a hot lap pace?
You know, and that's the thing. A lot of the guys, including myself, actually, when it comes to qualifying, I'm terrible at qualifying. But I'm usually, most of the time, touch wood, good during the race. You know, with race pace, race fuel. Usually very consistent, but qualifying, I'm just absolutely terrible. I see Gideon's actually aborted that lap as well now.
It looks like Gerhard Pretorius has reconnected.
Okay, well, I will try and keep an eye and try and keep changing to his camera, to his driver camera, but still nothing there yet.
Yeah, the live timing, he suddenly popped up into the players list, but the game is still showing he's not connected, so I guess it's busy doing its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very odd.
Oh. And Marius just decides to spin it up over there. Nice looking helmet he's got on as well.
Jason Macbeth has also just gone off.
I think the guys are trying to rush now and trying to get their last attempts. And
I wonder if any of those are going to trip up Gideon. See, Gideon is up into 7th.
oh, he's in. Oh, there we go. I see Pretorius actually just coming out the pits now. So good to see he's back.
Yes.
See if he can squeeze in an extra few tenths there and climb the table a bit.
Lots of red sectors showing up on the timings, so I guess everyone's gone off somewhere pushing extra hard.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, a red sector is an invalid sector. That's something that we all see on our live timings.
Yeah, so what you want to see is a purple sector.
Yes. Or I guess also a green one, because that's personal best.
Yeah.
But purple is best overall, yeah.
I see Carrot was just, what is that, 500ths off of Jason Macbeth in 6th place with his last lap, so we'll see if he can better his lap now this time around. Pretty smooth around there. I was actually trying to learn the corner names earlier today, and for the life of me, the first one that was the easiest was the Senna S. The rest of them I've already forgotten.
I guess in Brazil it's easy enough to remember a Senna.
Yeah. I mean, in racing, you just, Senna, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll just call it the start-finish straight and left turn, right turn. Let's see what time Carol could put together here. Still not bettering his personal best time. 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm not sure if you can see anyone that is on a flying lap at the moment.
Raymond Buggen has set a personal best in Sector 1 and average in the middle sector.
Oh, and then he loses it, unfortunately, just before the last couple of corners.
Willem Steyn has done the opposite, an average first and a personal best in the middle. And Atinako set a personal best in the first sector.
All right, well, looks like actually, as you said, Atinako looks like he's just finished his qualifying session. Other guys, Mika Abrahams, he's on a lap right now. See if he can. The screen does say outlap, but I'm pretty sure that is incorrect. I think this is a timed lap that he is on. until that happened. So that's most definitely a red
sector.
red sector. Yeah, hitting the wall. Yep, that'll do it. All right, that seems to be it, guys. So your finishing positions are Corne Briot in first with a 108.8. He actually went a tenth faster on that last lap. Mario Skuman in second, and Van Rensburg in third. Those are your top three. But we are going to quickly take a short break and then be back with you in a little bit for the race. So do not go anywhere.
40 seconds to go though.
Okay, welcome back, guys. We are on the grid and waiting for the green lights. Still roughly about 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds to go. But this should be a really close race. We were actually just talking about Gideon Jonkers in 8th place on the C2 tire, which is the hardest of the compounds. So he's actually set a great lap. Alright, the lights are up and we are ready to go. 2, 1, and we are green. Great start there from Morris. He actually takes the lead there away from Kone. Oh, actually he just went a bit...
Kone off track there, yeah.
Yeah.
Will he give back the place? Yeah, looks like it.
Alright, nice to see there from Kone. Just a little bit of a misjudgment on his side, but nothing doing there.
Now he's got Mick up the inside of him. Mick up to 2nd place now.
Wow, from 4th, I think, wasn't he?
Yes.
Well, great start. Everyone getting through nice and clean, it looks like it. Unfortunately, there I see Jason Macbeth. I think he may have gotten a little tap over there. It's alright. It doesn't look too bad, so... Oh, a lot of chaos going on over there. Few cars. As we see Marius Kuman, the top 3-4 guys running away with the race. So Gideon Jonkers actually is not too far behind. It looks like he's 8 seconds off the lead.
See a safety car on the grid, by the way.
That damn safety car.
Fire the driver. Thankfully it's on the inside, so it was off the line.
Okay. Even though you get reminded of these things time and time again, you always forget. Anyway. Luckily no one was injured in there.
You can tell we're not used to being safety car drivers.
Yeah. Atinakul is dropped a position over there. He's gone down to 9th. Raymond Duggan is fighting his way back up. Oh,
Quite a nice battle at the front as well.
So difficult getting used to these cameras as well, all these shortcuts and stuff, but you can definitely tell we are noobs when it comes to streaming. Well, at least me anyway.
Yes, we certainly don't have any experience, or not much experience.
Yeah,
but it's a learning game, we'll get there.
Exactly. That's actually part of the fun of it, really. Morris is actually, I'm trying to understand this new timing software that I have, but I think that's actually showing the distance, obviously, that he's driven right at the top right. So Marius Kuman's 2.5 laps into the race. Mika Abrahams is 1.2 seconds behind him, so he's not far behind. He's just waiting to pounce, but Cornet Briet in 3rd is actually looking like he's really on for a fight for 2nd position with Mika. Joshua van Rensburg chasing down Cornet. He's not too far behind either, 1 second behind, so he's trying to get inside that DRS zone. I think he may have just been inside the DRS zone there. You see his rear wings open, so making use of that DRS there, using that to his advantage. So both Marius and Mika are on the C4 tire, which is actually the two softer compounds of the tire choices available. So they're probably going to be on the same strategy more than likely. We'll definitely keep an eye on that when the guys do their pit stops.
Yeah, the oddball out there is Gideon on the C2, which is the hard tire.
Yeah, and he's actually now in 5th place, and like we were saying earlier, that was a blisteringly fast lap time doing his qualifying on that hard tire. Trying to see how.
Okay, Hard Pretorius is just at the fastest first sector.
Oh, actually.
Jason's just at the fastest final sector. Renee's just at the fastest first sector now. I think the times are changing fast now. Renee's all over the back of Mika, I believe.
Yes, I've just switched over to that now. That's very tight racing from these guys.
I guess Corne's seeing Marius disappearing up the road. He knows it's time to push.
Oh, let's see if Marius can hold off the heat from... Sorry, if Mika can hold off the heat from Corne here. As we jump on board with Corne right now.
It looks like Joshua's falling back slightly in 4th, so I think Corne's at least got no pressure from 4th.
Well, he's definitely going to have a good run down the straight over here. I see DRS is open for both these guys. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? I think he just healed side by side.
No, I didn't make it. That was close.
Oh,
good driving there.
Super tight. Wow. That was intense.
Nice. Giving each other some space. That was good there.
Definitely. Makes it a little tough with the known warping that happens in Interlagos, unfortunately. So you've got to be sure that you're going to make a team pass before you actually go down and dive for it. I keep on pushing that button and changing to my camera.
Yeah, and then they got a bit too aggressive on defense there, both of them. And now they've got Joshua right behind them.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be a three-way battle for 3rd.
Mick is defending hard for his position there.
Any other close battles you can see? I think this is going to be a pretty good one to keep an eye on for the moment.
I think Gideon is pretty close to Jason Macbeth for 5th place. And of course Gideon on the harder tyre is likely to come good as the race progresses.
Yeah. Now see, I think I just saw someone, I think it was Ati actually that passed Rob on the Yearfa. I just saw him jump up there, so it's nice to see him gaining a position over there. His guys are again super close. We'll see if Corne can try and make a run down this back straight. Once he comes around the corner through the start finish, we'll have a look, we'll keep an eye on it.
Running slightly wide there.
So someone had to get out the way there. I'm not sure who it was. I think it's a good thing he got out the way because these guys are super close over here. Oh, getting a little bit loose.
Struggling to find a way past Mika, and it's compromising his race because Joshua is all over him, so now he's having to defend more than just attack, and that's slowing them down quite a lot.
Yeah, it's so tough. Sometimes it's even, sometimes you even think of kind of slowing down a little bit during your lap just so that you can time it right and don't have any traffic or don't have any other cars in front of you, just so that you can I don't know, try and play that strategy to try and find a better gap, especially when it comes down to the pit stops. That's going to be key to come out with some clean track in front of you.
But this is just proving the fact that position is key in Formula 1. Passing is so difficult, even in a sim. Being ahead, like Mika is now ahead of Corne. Corne is faster, but he just can't find a way past.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try and follow along on board here with Corne and see how close he can get. Hopefully he doesn't have any of the yo-yoing.
See, he's getting a little bit twitchy there. When they're not battling, they're starting to pull away from Joshua ever so slowly. So I think what they should do is be a bit smarter and just get away from Joshua a bit, because otherwise they're going to end up with... Oh, maybe Mick is playing the game deliberately backing Cornet into Joshua. But, you know, if they're in clean air, they seem to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, well, he's aiming a run over here, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Oh, he's leaving the room. Oh, yeah. Cornet takes
Mick is
the
off track.
position.
He's got it, yes. I forced Mick into a mistake there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he had to take to the side of the track there. So
Oh, that
nice
was
pressure
well done.
from Cornet. As he's who's that? Van Rensburg going off the track again.
No, that was Mick going off and Joshua is getting past him.
Oh, okay. So Van Rensburg jumps up to third place. Mecca Abrams from second to fourth in the space of 2 corners. So maybe feeling the pressure a little bit there's Mecca Abrams, but still a long way to go. 29 laps to go, and yeah, still the pit stop as well. So things could change drastically. So as long as he doesn't make any more mistakes, he should be able to make it back up to the front there. Speaking about the front, we see Marius Skuman just running away with the race over here. He's a good few seconds up in front. It's unfortunate that the leaders of the race, who always have such a big lead, never really get any TV time, because that's there's no one racing with them. But we'll make sure to give him a little bit of screen time here.
Well, Cornet was definitely the pace setter in qualifying, and if he shows that kind of difference to Morris, he might catch him. So Morris might get some screen time.
I mean, and you know what? I think I just noticed now as well that Cornet's actually on the medium tyre and not the soft, so he'll definitely be going longer in the stint. So maybe after the pit stops, we'll see them come a bit closer together. Oh, I did it again. I keep on switching to my camera, that me sitting in the pits by accident, but... Okay, we see Cornet Breert. Actually, Van Rensburg getting past Breert for second place.
And he's just set his personal best first sector as well. Did Cornet run wide there?
I'm not sure. I just switched over and I just saw the pass being made. But almost going side by side again. They're almost getting past. Cornet almost getting past again.
Now, once again, you got Mika right behind Cornet.
Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I mean, Cornet's on the harder compound, so I don't see any issues with his tires maybe overheating or anything like that.
There's also quite a nice battle developing for 5th place between Gideon Jonkers, Jason Macbeth and Gerard Pretorius. They're separated by about 3 seconds at the moment. And of course,
so
Gideon coming good.
Yeah, that one's a good one to keep an eye on as well. Raymond Duggan's still in 8th place.
That's a surprise, actually. I mean, he's usually quite quick. Obviously not gelled with his track for some reason.
Yeah, maybe, I think in the beginning he had a little bit of coming together there. We saw those few cars piled up inside the twisty turns. So maybe
but he's just not at that edge. It's also in practice and qualifying, he's not quite at the edge lap time wise. And some of the tracks we've been to, he's been at the front. But yeah, he just hasn't sort of quite had that pace. That's also maybe why he's got involved with certain incidents.
Yeah. Well, Cornet is still in 3rd, chasing down Van Rensburg, Joshua Van Rensburg. Still keeping that gap of 0.9 to 1 second. Joshua Van Rensburg now around about 5 or 6 seconds behind Marius. Or is that... Wow, these timings just... You know, they go from 12 seconds to 6 seconds in the space of 1 second. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult to trust this timing software.
At the moment, the best lap is still set by Marius Skuman on a 109 878. And Joshua in seconds, best time is 1:10.415. Sorry, he's
wow.
been passed. No, Renee's just got past him into turn one.
Yes, I was seeing that as I was like just stunned. What a great move.
I was confused by the timings. I was looking at his best time, and suddenly his best time actually went slower. And then I realized it was a position change.
Joshua very tempted to get on the power early there. Nicely held together though.
I wonder what the different strategies are at the moment, because Cornet has clearly been faster, but yet he seems to be struggling in the race. He's got Joshua all over him, he's got Miku all over him, and he can't seem to pull away.
It's, I mean, there's a lot of elements that come into that. It's pressure, for one. But I mean, I know Cornet, from what I've seen when I've raced with him, he's not one to easily crack under the pressure. So
yeah, and he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, we can rule that out.
It could be a difference in fuel strategy. Maybe he's on a full tank and the others are on half tanks and going to fill up at their stop.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said also, it could be...
He's run wide and turn one again.
Yeah, I think this medium tires maybe caught him out a little bit, maybe. Maybe it's just not working for him as well as he thought it may have to start the race on.
Yeah, he's generally over the other races always favoured the harder compound, so yeah, maybe he just doesn't like the tyre, but decided to go with it for whatever reason and get it out the way.
Yeah.
They do still have to run both, or two different tyre compounds throughout the race, but they no longer have to start on the tyre that they qualify on.
Yeah, that was a definite plus for the drivers, because as we all know, that was the server, or set of course the server software was causing issues there, so we had to stop that. So the guys are aware of that, and the only thing, like you said, they need to do now is just have two different compounds. There's some battles all over the place here. I'm trying to keep track of everything.
Yes, Gideon is up to 6th place as well. He's got past Jason Macbeth, so that's a nice battle there for 5th now.
Let's see, that's between... Yeah.
Although the gap between 5th and 6th is quite large, so I'm not sure why that is.
Yeah,
that's 7-second gap.
Yeah, that's what I see as well. But we'll stick, I think, for now with Cornet and Abrahams, because these guys have literally been all over each other from the get-go.
And for those that have forgotten, Mario Schumann is still out in front, just doing his own thing, pulling away. Having a good clean race at the moment, doing what he needs to do. Perfect for his championship, considering Cornet's second, or tied with him in the championship and currently sitting 3rd in the race.
Yeah, he is sitting with a big smile on his face, as you can see on the bottom right there. At the moment, it's a little lock up there on the left rear, but nothing too bad. You can't even see anyone behind him. Like for miles, there's no one behind him. So if he can just keep it consistent, he'll be doing himself a great thing for this championship.
I've noticed with Cornet, he's having a problem quite often into turn 1. Seems to be locking the fronts and then having to run wide. So perhaps his brake bias is set too far forward as well. I've noticed when I was doing the Formula 3 race today, on this track you have to set the brake bias quite far back. Because usually you would run it sort of almost like a 1/3 split. Here it wasn't, it was almost like a 2/5 split.
Yeah, I see a couple of guys actually, you know, locking up here and there, but I'm going to keep an eye out on Cornet. We'll see if he actually does lock up, and I mean, I've also seen that now twice, you know, that's how he lost this position earlier.
Yes,
and had to run wide, so...
Yeah, he's just not able to trail brake, it's just going straight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens now.
Well, looks like Marius is in the pits.
Oh, yes. Let's see, keep an eye on when he comes out in a second.
As is Joshua. So we have our first pit stops happening.
I see Morris is about to come out. There he is.
It's quite a quick stop as well.
Yes, indeed.
Joshua is also now leaving the pit exit. Almost loses it on the exit.
Where he is? I'm trying to find him on my screen.
Just come out in 13th. Behind, I think, Willem van Steen.
Yeah. I see him in, there we go, 5th.
Alright, yes, so he was, I guess, behind 12th place, but not in 13th.
No, I actually thought I saw, well, I did see 2 Van Rensburgs, and obviously there's a P Van Rensburg, a Peter Van Rensburg, and a Joshua Van Rensburg, so I got confused there. So Mick Abrams pulls into the provisional lead.
Did Cornet also pit now then? I didn't actually notice. No, he's actually still behind Mika, alright.
Yeah, he's still behind them. So Marius, I actually just want to try and see.
What tyre did Marius come out on now?
I believe he's on the C3 right now.
So he's gone softer. No, sorry, he's gone harder. He was on the C4.
Yes, so he's gone to the medium tyre, the yellow wall tyre. And yeah, Cornet is still on the medium tyre as well. So I'm assuming Cornet is going to try and go a little bit longer on this set of mediums, and then maybe try and sprint to the finish on the softs. That's my thinking. Unless he thinks he can take it all the way through with another set of mediums.
Well, the race is 45 minutes long. We're not even at the halfway mark yet, so...
No.
Some of the guys that are stopping now already might have to stop again.
Yeah, we are literally a lap away from the halfway mark. So, he did stop a little bit early, but we'll see. I think Cornet is probably going to think about coming in soon. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 laps if he's going to be changing to mediums, or maybe in the next 5 or 6 laps if he's going to be changing to the softs, the C4.
See, Mika's just set his personal best first sector, and so has Raymond Duggan set his personal best middle sector. Now Raymond, I don't think has stopped yet, so maybe he's doing the push before doing his pit stop.
Yeah.
I guess so would then Mika be as well. Also, now that Mika's in clear air, seems to be struggling a bit in the close quarters racing, and maybe he's a bit not sure in his new year, doesn't know what to expect. Playing it safe, maybe.
I mean, I think he may have gotten a little bit nervous in the beginning, the early laps of the race with Cornet, battling with Cornet, but yeah, it seems like he's running great there alone, up in the front. Oh, and as I say that, commentator's curse. Sorry, Mika. Oh, good thing he held his brakes there. Oh, unfortunately, he's hit the wall again.
I wonder if he's got any damage from that.
I
didn't see any parts coming up.
No, I didn't either. It seems like he's doing alright. We will keep an eye on him to see.
Well, he's got Joshua all over him now. And he looks like he's holding Joshua up, so perhaps he's a bit slow. He's either tentative after hitting the wall, or he has got damage.
Well, that is a tight little battle we see right here.
And an update on Gideon, he is up into 5th place at the moment.
Well done. I see, actually, did he just go into the pits? No? I see Cornet actually just passed him. As you said that. Positions are changing back and forth like crazy here. So we've got 2 battles here for 2nd and 3rd, and then 4th and 5th as well, or 3rd and 4th, as we see Mika Abrams decided to come into the pits. He probably did pick up a little bit of damage, so he's probably thinking to get that fixed. So Prix stays in third.
I guess if you wanted to get damage, that would be the best time to do it, just before you pit.
Yeah. I see Prix actually did just pit. He must have pit a couple of laps ago because he's now running on the C4 tire.
See, Gideon's also now in the pit as well.
Yeah, he's just exiting right now, so he's going to come up probably
Right behind Raymond Duggan.
Yeah, and just in front of Abraham's maybe? No.
It's Macbeth, I think, that's behind.
Yeah, it's Macbeth. You see Gideon in the background there, so he's got a little bit of ways to make up with a few positions, sitting in 8th. But still, I mean, there's only, 15 odd seconds separating the top 4, between position 3 and 8, so anything can happen.
And usually does. As Murray Walker said.
Yes, and as hopefully not as we say.
Yeah, we don't want to do the commentator's curse too often.
What a great track though. I'm actually a little bit upset that I'm not racing in this one.
Pass there for 5th. Nico going up the inside of Raymond Duggan. Into turn 1. Nice clean pass.
We'll see if Raymond can come back and get that position back. But Mika seems to be loving a little fighting going on here. Great to see.
Yeah, Raymond sort of stuck his nose up the inside, but Mika straight away defended. But I think Mika's got the pace on him. It all depends whether his car's damage has been repaired properly in the pits, though.
Yeah.
So Gideon, after his pit stop, has dropped down to 8th place. I think once the pit stops all even out, he was showing good pace on the hard tyre, but I don't know that he's got. I don't think he made up enough time on the hard tyre to be in contention at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I see Antonio Clash on our YouTube saying Sao Paulo is hot. Crying face. So yeah, I think the guys' tires are definitely cooking at the moment. I think I saw the track temp reaching to about 40 degrees, I think it was. So those soft tires are going to be crying for Prix come near the end of the race if he's going to stick to these. I mean,
currently the track's showing 34 degrees, but I think that's air temperature. So I guess track temperature is probably sitting in the 40s, yeah.
Yeah. I remember during the practice, what I saw earlier this week when the guys were practicing, I remember just seeing this huge red icon in the corner that was just flashing 40-something degrees, and I was like, that's madness. So hopefully Cornet can, have some good tire management and then make these last another, 12, 13 laps or so.
I see in the YouTube comments one of our racers, our new guy, Robert Majors, says unfortunately his computer's probably struggling in the race. It just couldn't handle it, so he couldn't race.
Oh, what a bummer. Yeah, he's the driver that actually messaged me earlier today and said that he's going to try and do the race, and I mean, at least he came and he tried, so hopefully we'll see him back next time. I'm pretty sure he will. It's good to see that our community, or some experience South Africa, is actually starting to reach intercontinental stage, like with guys joining from Europe and America. So it's always good to see.
Yeah, you must also just remember that different tracks perform differently. This track might be more CPU or GPU hungry than the next track, so definitely worth joining the next one just to see if it's any better.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I know Gideon is another one of our drivers that doesn't have a very good, almost a potato, a very good computer. He has a bit of a potato. Any donations out there, he could definitely use the donation.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what though, I hope that the Formula One race tomorrow is as tight as these guys have been driving, because this is insane. Like, as we see, I think it coming together between Joshua van Rensburg and Cornet. I just switched over just too late. Was it Joshua van Rensburg? I think it was. Just trying to see.
Joshua's still in second place.
Yeah. I think maybe Cornet must have given the position back or something.
Yeah, Cornet's quite a long way behind Joshua at the moment, so I'm not sure what's happened there.
Yeah, I just saw them both going really slowly out of the one turn, but and Marius, come on, still all the way up in the front. What a terrific race he's run thus far. Absolutely amazing. 12 laps left to go, and this race has actually just flown by.
Yeah, effectively the 2/3 mark that we've just crossed.
Yeah. A little bit of a lock up there from Joshua. Trying to see who else we could follow along here. Any other little battles going on. I see Peter van Rensburg actually just passing Macbeth. Macbeth just went into the pits, so...
Yeah, it looks like Macbeth is disconnected.
Yeah, I was about to say that he just disappeared, so unfortunately Interlagos taking another one. I believe that's 2 drivers now retired, 3 drivers actually. Unfortunate to see.
Yeah, quite a high attrition rate for this track. Didn't expect that.
Raymond Duggan is just trying to fend off Gideon. Gideon's actually picked up the pace a little bit. It looks like it. I don't remember him being this close to Raymond. And you know, I'm really surprised that Raymond, like with Raymond's pace, I mean, like you said, maybe it's just, you know, not one of his favorite tracks.
Yeah, I mean, his best time is an 11.3, and Marius's best time is a 109.8. So, I mean, that's a big difference, considering he's been fighting for podiums and wins at most of the other tracks.
Yes, I mean, usually it was between Marius, Cornet, and Raymond. I mean, I know Raymond and Cornet usually practice together. I think they also like share setups, maybe. You know, I mean, unless, you know, who knows? Maybe Raymond didn't have that much time to practice this week, and he just jumped in and drove. So,
yeah, maybe he's been one of the victims of ESCOM, which a lot have been this week.
Yeah, oh man, what a pain.
Yeah, one of the days I myself was out for 8 hours, so if he's had that kind of luck, then definitely wouldn't have a chance to do any practice.
Yeah. Well, if anyone else is watching and is interested to join the racing here on Sim Experience South Africa, we do have a link in the description below, I believe. I will double check that after the stream. Or you can just search for us on, you know, any one of our videos on YouTube. Also has the link over there for our Discord.
Yes, it is in our YouTube.
Yes, come and get involved. And we also have our South African Porsche Classic Cup race tomorrow night. I believe that starts at 7. Is that right, Dennis?
The practice I think is at 7. I think the race starts at about 8.
Okay. So great racing over there as well. It's a series we're doing with all South African tracks. So tomorrow night will be East London. So if you're keen to, you know, kind of watch and compare if you've been to the real track, even if you haven't, just check us out tomorrow night. I think Dennis will be doing the stream tomorrow night for us, and then if you're keen to join in. It is on R Factor 2, so great sim, by the way. yeah, so if you can, just click on that link and then come join us.
Yeah, just to let guys know, official practice starts at 7 p.m. We don't broadcast that, but that's an hour long. So from 8 o'clock it goes to qualifying, and that's roughly when we'll start the broadcast. That's a 20-minute of qualifying, and then the race, which is 30 minutes.
Awesome.
I see on the YouTube channel we have a Macbeth supporter. He's screaming out, "No!" So obviously he's disconnected.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jason. Well, hopefully you can enjoy the rest of the last 8 laps of this race. It's going to be a good one come near the end over here. I see Cornet has dropped back quite a bit from Joshua now, though. He has picked up a little bit, but still 5 or 6 seconds back.
See, Paulo in the channel is also just asking, what do we think of Abrams? Well, certainly from my point of view, he's been very impressive pace-wise, but he seems a little bit inexperienced in whether it's just driving with these guys or driving online, but he seems to be a bit erratic. So I'm sure once that sort of is settled, then he'll be one of the top drivers.
Yeah, definitely. 100% agree with you. I mean, I was going to say that it could be maybe a problem with the Aston Martin he's driving, but I definitely think he's actually showing some good pace this evening. Definitely for his first race, with these guys.
Yeah, no, he's at solid pace. Although he's much like Rene, he seemed to shine more in qualifying than in the race. We were both sort of the pace setters, but Marius has definitely shone in the race.
Yes. No. I mean, Marius Skuman, I think, is basically an open wheeler, 110% open wheeler fanatic. Like, I don't think he races anything else besides these. And
he's been doing it a long time, yeah.
Yes. So it definitely shows.
I think that's the problem though, when guys join, they straight away look at the lap times and they try and achieve a lap time, not realizing that, you've got to focus on the race. The race is the business end of it. So they tend to, the newer guys tend to focus on qualifying, and then come race, they struggle. So I think that's where Morris, qualifying is less important. He focuses on the race.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, as I say that, Cornet actually in the sand there, in the grass, I'm not sure what happened there, but there goes Pretorius actually overtaking Cornet for 3rd place.
That's big for the championship.
Ooh, how many races we got left? I think we have 3 races left.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't do Mexico last week, so that's going to be postponed until after Suzuka, which will be next week. So 3 races left, so Cornet is going to have to, be a little bit careful here come the last three races. But that was very, very unfortunate for Cornet there.
This is the kind of track that's sort of a specialist type track. It's not the standard sort of flowing. Like I think Suzuka Cornet will come strong there because that's more of a flowing Formula 1 track. This is more of a sort of point and squirt type track. And in the real Formula 1, you notice certain drivers tend to shine here more than others.
100% agree with you, because I noticed as well earlier, I mean, just looking at these, especially going down to the bottom after the, I believe it's after the center S, you go down the straight, and then from that point on, those left-right turns that they go through, up and down, left and right, those are all bank corners, and there's a lot of camber on those corners, and I believe 1 or 2 of them are also a little bit slightly off camber, especially on the exit.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys, aren't used to that kind of, driving with a Formula car. But that's definitely 100% agree with you there. About 5 laps to go. Marius Guman still sitting pretty in first.
Yeah, I think barring an incident, there's not much chance of anyone catching him.
No, I mean, I was about to say that Van Rensburg, I think, is about a quarter of a lap behind him, or just under.
And he's surprisingly got quite a nice gap on Pretorius for third, and Cornet is now starting to fall back from him as well. So I think Cornet's kind of just lost his fire.
Yeah, I think he's actually thinking now he'll probably just be better off because he's got Abrahams now. Where's Abrahams right now? So he's coming through that sector there. So Abrahams actually still quite far back, but I mean, he might just want to settle in for fourth place now with a few laps to go. And take those points where you can get them.
Now, Cornet's last lap was a 1 minute 12 dead. Morris's last lap was a 1:10.8, and Joshua's a 1:11 dead. So Cornet's is second slower than second place, and half a second slower than third place.
And you know what that tells me is something, you know, that instantly made me think there's maybe just like Raymond Duggan is maybe they just haven't had time to put in the laps, you know, to kind of get that race pace feeling going. Quali pace was definitely there, but race pace, it seems like it just wasn't there for them today.
Yeah, maybe their setups are just too twitchy in the race and it's worn out the tires a bit quicker or something.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you can set the car up to be really good in qualifying and that setup works in the race, but most times it doesn't. It's too aggressive, it wears the tires out too quick. Or your car turns into fast, it wears out the fronts, it moves the rear too much, it squats down too much, too little.
Yeah.
Wears out, it's just, yeah, everything. It just can be a total different setup for qualifying and race.
That's crazy, yep. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is Rob van Hierfer behind Raymond Duggan. He's trying to chase down Raymond Duggan here. You can see it's probably... Wait, am I seeing that correctly?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Well,
2.6 seconds, it looks like it, or just over a few seconds behind. So we'll see if he can actually pick up the pace over here.
I think he's catching up to someone else at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Raymond, though. No,
No, Raymond, that's a Williams in front of him. Raymond is not in the Williams.
Yeah. I think I'm going to need to change my tower software screen for the next race because first time I'm using this one and the information it gives is not really that accurate and very well, you know, informed.
It looks like it's Peter van Rensburg in front of him. That would mean he's a lap behind.
Yes, and I think you're definitely right because I've switched to Van Rensburg right now and we see Van Hierfer coming right behind him. So yes, you are correct. So Cornet catching up to Pretorius again. You see he's not too far behind with 3 laps left to go.
Yeah, maybe he's got the car sort of feeling alright at the end and starting to drive to his liking.
Yeah. Oh.
Peter moving out the way nicely for him there.
Yeah.
Oh, he loses the rear bit. So whatever he was starting to make up, he's just lost.
Oh, what a pity.
Now he's got Mika coming close to him again as well. So will Mika capitalize and really put the nail in the coffin?
This is gonna be tight. This is what I like to see.
You know, considering that Cornet and Morris were tied on points coming to this and throughout the championship have been exchanging blows, this is quite a blow to Cornet to be slipping down like this, potentially only get a 5th place.
I mean, I'm sure he's upset, but I'm sure he'd be really stoked with the clean, close racing as well. You know, I mean, I know you would agree as well. It's always good to see these guys racing hard and clean.
Yes. Yeah, some days it just doesn't go your way, and you just know the next time it could go the other way.
Yeah, for sure. So
that's the difference between being championship versus just a single race. You know, you got to think ahead, play the long game.
Pace yourself, pace yourself, exactly. So Corne's under some real pressure here from Abrams. And this is going to be the last lap when they do cross the line, I believe. Yeah, Marius Schumann is on his last lap right now, so this is going to be the last lap of the race. So we will see if these two guys, Corne Briet and Mika Abrahams.
Yeah, he's in the slipstream, but he's too far back. Going to turn 1, he's there, but he'll probably be quite close at the end of the lap. Going through the S's, he's got quite close to Corne now. Corne is defending quite hard. I don't think he'll get past here.
Yeah, some good defending. Always looking up the insiders, Mika. No, and third second.
Might dive up the inside here.
None of that. They're getting really super close.
Squaring off the corner. Oh, he tried to square it off and just lost traction. Was lucky not to connect Corne.
He is super lucky. So Corne just...
Marius has just set the fastest lap of the race as well.
And he is finished. Well done, Marius. Great drive.
Yeah, Mika had the right idea there.
Donuts.
Mika had the right idea to try and square off the corner and get up the inside, get a bit more drive, but unfortunately his tyres just screamed no.
I was expecting Marius to do some donuts over there, but anyway. What a great race. Wow. Great driving from everyone. We'll see 5th place going to Mika Abrahams over there, and Yonkers coming up in 6th. We'll see, these guys are still Raymond Duggan and Gideon on the last lap.
I'm going to jump out and go catch them before they disappear. I will catch you guys for the interview shortly.
Yes, I will say goodbyes over here for now. And just after I read out the positions, and I'll catch you in a bit, Dennis. So first place, guys, goes to Marius Schumann. What a great drive from him. Flawlessly driven race. Well done, Marius. Second place is Joshua van Rensburg, and then in 3rd, Gerard Pretorius. Corne Briet, unfortunately, finishing just outside the top 3 in 4th position. Mika Abrahams in 5th. Gideon Jonkers in 6th. Raymond Duggan, a very, very surprising 7th. 8th place goes to Rob van Heerfer, Ati Nochel in 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Peter van Rensburg. We are just going to quickly take a short break, guys. Dennis has gone to find the winners for our interviews, and then we'll be back in a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Alright, welcome back, guys. Just here with Marius Schumann, our race winner, Joshua van Rensburg, and Gerard Pretorius, our top 3. Marius Schumann, what a great drive from you. It is actually, I can't believe how well that went for you. But what a great drive. How did that go for you?
Hey Mornay, thanks. Yeah, well, it was flawless. That I guess it comes with a lot of practice because I tried to put in as much laps as I could. So yeah, it all came down to consistency, I guess. They were quicker guys, which surprised me. But yeah, consistency, I guess, was my friend today.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually saying to Dennis during the stream that it's definite, guys, you definitely need to put in the practice laps during the weeks, to be able to get that consistency. And you just showed that pace in qualifying and during the race, and definitely paid off in the end. So well done, man, and congrats.
Thanks, Monet. Just want to give a shout out to both the guys with me here. He's in the same team, so we all work together on the setup and also practiced and pushed each other. So, congrats, guys. Well deserved.
Yeah, well done,
Yeah,
guys. I'll just quickly jump in there as well.
yeah,
Morris in the race, coming into the race, you were tied with points there with Cornet, and he's had a bit of a disaster. I see even the newcomer, Mika Abrams, was pretty fast and giving him a hard time. And it's weird because Cornet is usually very consistent in the race and comes stronger in the race. And yet in this race, it was the opposite. It was quick in qualifying and slow in the race.
Dennis, yes. To be honest, I think Cornet, he knows the MGUK and the deployment of the battery powers a lot better than we do. I basically just let mine on a hot lap and I just recharged when needed. So I think that actually made the difference in the race. I don't think a lot of guys does it that way. But yeah, I think that might have been the difference because when you deploy curves all the time, it for me it's a distraction and it can mess with your consistency and cause you to go off track quite a lot. So yeah, I guess that might be the issue. I don't know.
Could also be that the track length is quite short here, so also manual deployment is going to be different to manage it the way you manage it at a long track.
Might be, yes.
All right, over to you, Monet.
yeah, no worries. And then also just to Joshua van Rensburg and Gerard, I mean, if you guys both want to just kind of give how that race went for you, because there were position swapping, back and forth. It was actually really difficult to keep up with it at times. But yeah, I think if Gerard, we can start with you.
Yeah, didn't qualify as what I expected, but after about that first S's, I got dive bombed and he hit me. So I had to wait for the field to clear and I had to do the drive back from there on in. And as I
Wow.
came close to Joshua and Cornet, I saw those guys were fighting a couple of laps and Cornet started making mistakes. I passed
Yeah.
him by luck and didn't have enough time to catch Joshua, but I enjoyed the comeback drive. So something new. And these
Yeah,
guys kept it clean right through the track, so it was nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't actually realize that was one of you. I mean, that was you that got caught up in that. I think there were about 3 cars involved in that. And to make a drive back coming all the way, from after that to third place is, I think that's I think you could be really happy with that. I mean, unfortunately, that happened, but hopefully you can come back next week at Suzuka.
Yeah, no, I learned from it every time, so I enjoyed it.
All right, man, that's good to hear. And then Joshua, from your side, man, how did your race go, and how were those battles that you had there? Because I think it was you were battling with, I think, Mecca in a stage as well, and Cornet.
Yes, at the start they dive bombed me, so I was overtaken, but they soon made mistakes. Then I just kept it clean.
Well, I
Tried
mean,
from the back.
yeah, it's it looked like there was some really clean racing, at least from what we saw. But unfortunately, we have a lot of Daniel Ricciardos in the sim racing world. So, but I mean, it was a good finish for you as well, second place. Some good points. You scored your 18 points there. So, yeah, it was surprising to see Cornet finish in fourth, actually, because he was tied with Marius on 90 points. So Marius will jump up there. But any shout outs any of you guys want to give? I know your wife was watching there, Marius, and supporting you in the YouTube channel. But if anyone else wants to give a shout out, go ahead. From you, Marius?
Yeah, just my wife. Thanks for always supporting us and watching the streams and so on. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. And Joshua?
Lekker Callaghan and Moma.
Lekker, man. And Gerard, from you?
Oh, no, just thanks for the team and for my kids keeping quiet today. That helps a lot with concentration. Thank you guys
it's
for hosting us.
No worries, man. Dennis, any questions from your side before we close things off?
Well, I guess it would be for Joshua. I mean, Joshua, you had some nice battles there in the beginning as well with Mika and Cornet. The three of you guys are getting pretty close. What was it like from your point of view, driving close quarters like that with Mika? I mean, it's his first race. He's shown some good pace, but he's been a bit erratic. What were your thoughts at that point?
He actually raced quite clean, I'm going to be honest, but he just made a lot of mistakes. That was
Yeah, he seems like he's fast, but he's probably very new at this by the looks of it, and learning everyone else as well. But yeah, he might be a solid threat come the future.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think his pace is quite good.
And Gerhard, you were quite lucky at the end there as well. You know, you managed to pick up third thanks to Cornet's issues, and that's also surprising with Cornet slowly going back. But the three of you that have been practicing together, sharing setups, all managed to get ahead of Cornet, which has helped Marius hugely in the championship.
Yeah,
Thanks, team.
I think we're pushing each other, so it helps. We know where the limits are. We push the limits every week, so it helps.
Yeah, and it's paying off now. All right, over to you then, Monet.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us and for racing with us. Next weekend is next weekend is the 20th of November is our race at Suzuka. Hopefully we see you guys there. And then to everyone on the YouTube channel, everyone out there, thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll see you guys next Saturday. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.